Too often as creatives, we're told that we should find our passion or that we should follow our passion. And while I think that that's a great sentiment, I'm not really sure that it's great advice, or at least I think it's incomplete advice. Passion can be a great motivator and it can create like this really insane drive within you, but I also think that it can be kind of blinding and prevent you from seeing things objectively. I believe that there's a lot of benefits to following your passion, but I also believe that follow your passion as advice needs a bit of an update. And while I might not be the first to do it, I wanted to give my perspective on it. So without further ado, let's talk about passion. If passion drives you, let reason hold the reins. Benjamin Franklin. So let's be real here. Being overly passionate is not really a great thing. Do you know what we call someone that is overly passionate? We call them a zealot. Zealots are people who take things way too far, and they do it in the name of passion. Wars have been started, people have been killed, and great atrocities have been committed in the name of zealous passion. And while I don't think that as creators we're going to take it that far, I do think it's still important to know the dangers of being overly zealous about your passion. See, being overly passionate can lead you to ignore all reason and pursue something believing you can get through it through sheer force of will, ignoring all of the signs around you and all of the people that you might hurt in the process. And that's not a good thing. I don't feel like you should give up passion completely. I feel like passion can be a great drive. It's like fuel in your car, like gas. You know, it would be really dumb to put gas in your car and then just press on the gas and go straight forward on the highway without steering at all. And while that's dumb to do with your car, that's the way that following your passion completely leads you to go with life. It makes you very reckless and you don't steer the wheels. You don't have any control over where that passion is actually driving you. Keep a level head and be passionate in your goals, but dispassionate in the way that you achieve them. Transferring your passion to your job is far easier than finding a job that happens to match your passion. See, this is one of the issues that comes from blindly following your passions, and it's one that I personally have actually suffered with. See, trying to find your passion without working is like trying to find the perfect pair of pants before you try them on. It's not gonna work. Or at least if it does work, you're gonna waste a whole lot of time sifting through pants and buying a bunch of pants that don't fit at all. I personally believe that there are a ton of things that people can be passionate about, and we shouldn't be so precious about the job that we try to choose. Just try something. Personally, I'm passionate about hip-hop, I'm passionate about RPG games, I'm passionate about design, I'm passionate about technology, but I'm not really in those industries right now. There's still things I'm passionate about, and maybe one day I'll try something in those industries, but filmmaking was the thing that I chose, and since I'm on that path, I might as well bring all of my passions to it. My love for hip-hop, my love for jazz, and for video games influences the way that I make films, and instead of trying to be a rapper that's also a pro gamer and makes beats and plays saxophone, I'm just a filmmaker that loves all those things and includes them in his art. So instead of trying to find something that's worthy of your passion, find a project and bring your passions to that. If you end up not liking it, you can always move on to something else. But the way that you find your passion is through working, not through thinking about it. The great filmmaker Alfred Hitchcock worked for a newspaper when he first started out, and he would write these short little thrillers in those newspapers. And I think that is a great example of someone bringing their passion to their job. Who knows, if he had never started at that newspaper and brought his passion and practice writing thrillers, would he have been as great of a director in directing horror and thrillers later on? Who's to say? But I believe that it helped him immensely, and that bringing his passion to the job that was in front of him, even though it might not have seemed like it had anything to do with what he was actually passionate about, was super helpful to the future of his career. And if Alfred Hitchcock can do it, I think that any of us should do it. Whatever your craft, whatever it is that you're passionate about, I think you'll learn more about it and yourself by doing the work and bringing your passions to that than by trying to find the perfect job that's worthy of your passion. What we really need in our ascent is purpose and realism. Purpose, you could say, is like passion with boundaries. Realism is detachment and perspective. Ryan Holiday. In his book, Ego is the Enemy, Ryan Holiday says that purpose is an antidote to passion. Passion is just about something. You can be passionate about birds. You can be passionate about video games. Purpose gives you a reason to pursue that and a reason to actually help other people through it. When you try to find purpose instead of passion, you'll be able to clearly see what you should do instead of just what you want to do. It's the perfect mixture of those two things. See, I'm passionate about filmmaking, and when I do commercials, if I get a budget, it can be tempting to want to do something really big and flared that's gonna resemble a Steven Spielberg production, but it would ultimately be wrong for the commercial. But knowing my purpose and knowing the purpose of the project allows me to choose the best decision for everyone involved and not just for my own selfish goals. Passion is great. It can drive you towards things and make you so much more resilient. But without purpose, you're just aimlessly driving, like I said before. You have to use that passionate energy for a purpose. That's what separates it from being a hobby to being a profession. I would be lying if I said that I came up with these ideas all on my own. Most of these are from Ryan Holiday and Seth Godin, among many other authors and great thinkers. But those two have written books that have specifically inspired me to write these. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope this added a lot of value to you guys. I can't wait to see you next time. Peace.